We are going to break it down on the Navajo Nation's positive response to administering the coronavirus vaccine. Today, we're joined by the president of the Navajo Nation, Mr. Jonathan Nez. Now, around the state of Arizona, many people are still hoping to get the vaccine, but on the Navajo Nation, that is a very different story. President Nez, I know that you all reached a very important goal this month in February. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, our goal was to get 100,000 total shots into the arms of our Navajo people. And so last week, we reached that goal of 100,000 shots given. So just like any goal, you do a new goal. So our new goal by the end of February, we were wanting to get 120,000 shots into the arms of our Navajo people. And so far, we are inching closer to that goal. We have administered 116,611 shots because of the large vaccination events that we're having here on the Navajo Nation. As you may know, we've had 57-hour weekend lockdowns. And so we had to reevaluate that because we needed all 7 days to do vaccination events. And so we reopened our weekends. This past weekend was our third weekend reopened. And because of that, we have vaccinated over 116,000 people. It's been a very positive turnout of our Navajo people to get vaccinated.
And can you put that into perspective for us of the vaccines that have been administered? What percentage of your citizens does that cover?
Well, that's going to be difficult to find out now because we're using the 2010 census, and the 2010 census says that 350,000 people identified themselves as being Navajo. So we know that there are 175,000 Navajos that live on the Navajo Nation. And so the other half live off the nation. And we've seen a tremendous increase in people coming from off the Navajo Nation, Navajo citizens back to their communities, getting their vaccination. So right now we're compiling the data. I know 1 in 4, most definitely, but I think here on the Navajo Nation, the folks that live on the Navajo Nation, 1 in 3 have been vaccinated.
And that's such an important number, as I'm sure many people are aware. In the beginning and to the middle of the pandemic, the Navajo Nation had a high rate of infection cases. And to hear that 1 in 4, 1 in 3 potentially who live on the reservation have been vaccinated, that's a very, very amazing story to share. I'd love to hear in your perspective, can you tell me a little bit about the confidence that Navajo citizens have in this vaccine? What have people shared with you about that?
Well, as I travel to these vaccination events, there is a lot of interest to take the shot. When we started the vaccinations, as you may know, the CDC criteria 1A, 1B, 1C, 1A, healthcare professionals were getting their shots, those that are on the front lines. And as we started to transition from 1A to 1B, we started to let our elders know, 75 and over, that the shot was available for them. And there was some hesitancy. But I think with a lot of the town halls that we've had, the public outreach that we've done has helped bring confidence to the vaccine. We had healthcare professionals on our town hall meetings answering questions. We even had Dr. Fauci on our town hall meeting, as well as the president CEO for Pfizer, Dr. Burla, and even our own Navajo area IHS and our Navajo physicians giving updates, answering questions, and really just getting the Navajo public informed of these vaccines, as well as some of the reactions that come from taking the shot. But weigh that with, if you do catch the virus, I think taking the vaccine is easier than going through the illness itself. So, those are things that we've done here on the Navajo Nation, as well as, just letting our Navajo people know that it's safe. We believe it's safe. We as leaders, I rolled up my sleeve just to let the elders know that, if leadership is telling them to, or encouraging them to take a shot, then we better do it as well as leaders. And many of us leaders and IHS leaders took the shot on camera and just let the Navajo people know that we have to look towards the future, not just for ourselves, but for our family and our communities.
Earlier in 2020, the Navajo Nation was actually one of a number of communities across the country who participated in the vaccine trials for the Pfizer vaccine. When it was that time and they sat down and said, we'd love to use some of your citizens as part of this trial, as the leader of the Navajo Nation, what was that decision-making process like for you? And looking back now, how are you feeling about the decisions that you made at the time?
Well, when Pfizer came to the Navajo Nation, leadership, our own IRB made a determination that this should be allowed for those that want it. And here on the Navajo Nation, those that wanted to participate in the Pfizer clinical trials, over 200 of our Navajo citizens took the challenge. And they are trailblazers, I truly believe, because based on the studies and the data and the information that was being gathered from these folks who volunteered has been helpful to bring confidence to the vaccines here on the Navajo Nation. And we look forward to Johnson & Johnson's hopefully emergency approval to offer the shots here on Navajo Nation as well. So, again, back to just getting the information to our Navajo citizens is very important.
Well, President Nez, I appreciate you sitting down and breaking it down on the Navajo Nation's reaction to and response to the coronavirus vaccine. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us on the show.
This hour of local news is made possible by contributions from the Friends of PBS, members of your PBS station. Thank you. If you have comments about Arizona PBS News, please contact us at one of the addresses on your screen. Thank you. Watch Arizona PBS any way you want, on air and online. Download the PBS video app to stream your favorite PBS programs anytime you want. And you can even watch Arizona PBS live, wherever you are, right from our website at azpbs.org. Don't forget about all your favorite PBS Kids shows, too, on the PBS Kids video app. Watch Arizona PBS, your way today.